Woman bought a $10 thrift store dress, but 4 days later, it changed her whole world. Kieran liked to shop at second-hand stores. One day, she found a pretty yellow dress with beads and patterns. It was only $10, so she bought it without thinking much. At first, she planned to cut it up and use the fabric for crafts, but her young daughter stopped her, saying it was too beautiful to destroy. Kieran decided to wear the dress to a family reunion. Everyone loved it, especially her sisters. But when her grandmother saw it, everything changed. Her grandma stopped smiling, stood still, and then started crying. Kieran was confused and asked what was wrong. That's when her grandmother said something shocking. Kieran's grandmother stared at the dress with wide eyes. She looked like she had seen a ghost. Then tears filled her eyes. She said she never thought she'd see that dress again. It wasn't just any dress. It was special. It didn't belong in a thrift store. It was part of their family's history. Her grandmother told her to take it to her Uncle Bruce. He was an expert in old and rare items. Maybe he would know more. Kieran didn't wait. She got in her car and drove straight to Bruce's workshop. Bruce was working on an old sword when she arrived. She didn't say anything right away. She just held out the dress. When Bruce looked up and saw it, he froze. His eyes grew big, and he dropped his tools. He stood up slowly. "How did you find this?" he asked, shocked. Kieran told him she bought it at a thrift store for just $10. Bruce shook his head in disbelief. He said the dress was not just old, it was a historical artifact. He asked Kieran to sit down. He had something important to tell her. Bruce explained the dress had once belonged to Ruth Muskrat Bronson. She was Kieran's great-aunt. Ruth was a Native American woman who worked hard for her people. She fought for their rights, gave speeches, and helped bring change. She was even in a famous photo standing next to the U.S. president. And in that photo, she was wearing the same dress Kieran had found. The dress was not only rare, it was priceless. Bruce said they had to do something meaningful with it, so they decided to auction it. Not for profit, but to honor Ruth and her work. The auction was held in a big hall. It was packed with people. Many were museum owners and collectors. Everyone wanted a piece of history. Bruce told Ruth's story while Kieran stood proudly beside the dress. Then the bidding began. Hands went up. The price climbed fast. Finally, one man made a bid no one else could match. $122,000. He was the chief of the Navajo tribe. He said the dress should be placed in their museum so future generations could learn about Ruth. Kieran agreed and accepted the bid, but she didn't keep the money. Instead, she donated it all to rebuild an old school on the reservation. She knew Ruth would have wanted that.